Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Car Talk. My name is Jay Prashant. I'm with my colleague Neeraj. We're somewhere near the Leopard Trail. We're somewhere near Gurgaon for this baby. This is the Kia Syros. As you can see, Kia's 7th car for the Indian market. Let's dive right into the design of the car now. Talking about the front end of the car, what will really strike you are these vertically stacked LEDs, high beam, low beam, and your fog lamps, and this lovely DRL here. It basically makes the front of the car quite tall, and you also have a stubby front end with the short overhangs, and then you also move to the bonnet. The bonnet is high set, it's quite off, but it's quite a short bonnet. Overall, it's got that key car-ish look from the front. Now moving on to the sides, what you get is 17-inch diamond cut alloys, again very unique looking. And then you've got this cladding. It starts right from here, goes all the way to the rear of the car. There's plenty of sculpting on the doors as well to relieve the monotony. So this is sculpting here. The rear door as well, there is some sculpting, and then you've got this nice quarter panel. Okay, so it really gives you nice visibility from the inside because this is a thin A-pillar, and the quarter panel gives you good visibility. And before I forget, you've got this. This is your flush type door handle, pretty easy to use. And now let me move to the top of the car, the roof rails. These are functional roof rails. This gives the Kia Syros a Skoda Yeti-ish profile thanks to this, and these are functional. You can actually put a top box here. Cool thing. Now let's go to the rear of the Syros. Rear again, there's plenty, it's quite a butch design. You've got this nice positioning rear tail lamps, positioning lamps, and the tail lamps and the indicators sit here. Sit quite low down, and from the rear it's quite a polarizing design. This is a design that you'll either love or hate, but there's nothing in between. It looks like a key car. Behind it's very slab-like and butch. Some people will like it, some people won't. I personally, I don't really know as of now. It looks funky, that's what I can say. So we're driving the Kia Syros on Gurgaon's wide roads. What really comes across from the diesel engine is how punchy the diesel engine is. It's very punchy unit, and it's a very smooth unit, refined unit. But one thing I would have liked is better insulation, because the Sonet and the Seltos feel a lot more insulated than this, because you can really hear the engine come through. And I poked around the bonnet and I found that there's no insulation under the bonnet, and which is possibly the reason why it sounds the way it does. It's slightly gruff because this is an extremely refined diesel unit. If you had that insulation, you'd be hard pressed to say whether it's a diesel or a petrol. It's that smooth. That smoothness is there. But the engine noise filters through. That's again because of lack of insulation. Apart from that, you've got lane keep assist, ADAS, etc. working quite well. No issues there. Overall, they've turned off forward collision assistance in this particular car, possibly because we're in Gurgaon and it'll suddenly brake and possibly we'll get rear-ended. So Kia's turned it off in this particular car, so I'll have to inform you about that, so I'm just saying it. Broken roads, imperfect city roads, the Syros takes it in its stride. It's actually got a sweet ride quality, much better than the Seltos and the Sonet. So somebody who wants comfort and wants a Kia SUV, which is affordable, this is basically the one to pick, because this is a lot more comfortable in terms of ride quality than both the Sonet and the Seltos. So I'm doing about 70 kilometers per hour on the Delhi-Mumbai expressway, and I'm giving it the beans. So instant response from the diesel engine. Quite a powerful diesel engine, 250 Newton meters of torque. Before I know it, I'm at 120. Yep. So it's a strong diesel engine. It's a big, easy highway cruiser. So if you want to be cruising the highways, the diesel engine is the one to pick, because it's a strong motor. Overtaking is pretty easy. It gains speed pretty quickly, and you also have paddle shifters. Want to shift down, see, fourth, accelerates well. And it's also available in the Sonet top end and the Seltos. So the same motor. The only thing is a little vocal here because there is very less insulation. So I'm driving the Kia Syros petrol, 1 litre turbo petrol, 118 PS and 172 Newton meters of torque. We just finished driving the diesel automatic, and this also is an automatic 7-speed twin clutch, DCT as Kia calls it. It's a dry clutch, pretty responsive gearbox. I'm in sport mode. Let me floor it. Yeah, so around 6,000 RPM is when it shifts. That's similar to the other regular mode and the eco mode. No big difference in terms of when it shifts. But what happens is perceptibly the steering becomes stiffer, and overall the throttle response also becomes sharper. So in sport mode, the sharpness is there, but in terms of gear shifts, it's the same thing. And overall responsiveness, the petrol engine is much more responsive than the diesel. The diesel, you know, back to back if you drive, you know that the diesel is a heavier engine. It takes time to really rev up, but that's a very refined diesel, no doubt about it. But at times it takes time. It's the nature of the engine. The diesel ride quality now, after going through a couple of bumps, I feel it's slightly better because it's slightly heavier. But very refined petrol, no vibration whatsoever. You know, I really can't feel much vibes in the gear lever, or for that matter the accelerator pedal. Steering, you know that it's a triple cylinder. There is a little bit of, you know, and at the very top end there is that, you know, little bit of gruffness, a thrumminess. I won't call it gruffness, it's thrumminess because it's a triple cylinder turbo petrol. You feel that. Overall it's quite an involving engine, you know, to drive. It's fun in this car. There'll be a lot of people, especially in the Delhi NCR, who will want to drive the petrol. Braking, both the diesel and petrol, great brakes because you have disc brakes on all four wheels. Stopping is not a problem. Adequate stopping power, very effective. Brake feel, everything is, you know, it's nice progressive feel to the brakes. It's not that, you know, brakes come in abruptly. So Kia has been doing a great job with the brakes, and this is, you know, typical Kia, fantastic brakes. It feels faster, but it's not necessarily going faster. That is the nature of the petrol engine. So this is basically the quick drive impression. So ladies and gentlemen, we've been driving the Kia Syros for a while now in Gurgaon roads. We've hit a mix of highway. We've driven a little bit on these muddy tracks, as well as you know, some broken patches. Overall, one thing that really stands out is this has got a more pliant ride quality than other Kia SUVs. That's a big standout. Second thing, it offers plenty of punch. 1.5 litre turbo diesel, 250 Newton meters of torque, as fast as the Seltos and possibly just a tad bit slower than the Sonet. Handling, it's possibly the laziest handler among all three cars, but on practicality it really scores because, you know, the cabin is, it's squarish, so there's plenty of cabin area. Design, again, polarizing. Some people will love it, others not so much, but this car is meant to be polarizing. It's more of a key car, a key SUV if you can call it that. So overall, if Kia can price it well, there will be plenty of takers because it's a very practical option. If you're a family car buyer, a family SUV buyer, you want something that looks funky, different and very practical, this is the car to go for. Overall, fantastic package from Kia because in terms of features, they've really loaded up. A lot of clever features, you know, even possibly better than the Seltos because you've got the rear recline and, you know, rear pushback seats, etc. It's a great buy for family car buyers, and you can do a little bit of off-roading like just we've done here.